Hey traders, episode 36 of Trade Talk. Connor, hello, welcome back.
Scotty, the man of the hour, how are you?
I'm going very well, and we've got quite a few things to talk about here, guys. Before we do get into the charts, I just want to make a quick risk disclaimer. This is not professional financial advice, so we're talking trading currencies, but this is just more entertainment and educational purposes only. If you're looking to trade, currencies, please just get educated first. Probably get a demo account would be the first thing that we would both recommend, and never trade live money with lots of leverage as well, because you could really.
Sure, you're awesome.
Yes, until you've done your back testing, and we'll show you the link you can use for that. But first of all, Connor, explain to us your trade and how you're feeling about it.
Okay, well, look, I'm in a little bit of a down draw. I got in
Hmm.
roughly around about, where is it? I got in roughly around about 1.167.
Yep.
So it's nearly hitting break even there, but I'm feeling good. As you could see, there's a good trend that's happening, an upward trend.
Hmm.
And then, you can, if you could point out for everyone the higher highs.
Hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I've got the daily. Yeah, I've got the daily chart.
I'm just gonna let this bad boy play out, and I've used the pancake because I'm using the pancaking at the moment.
Hmm.
So
I'll bring up the weekly. So, how do you determine your support and resistance? So those green lines there. How do you do that?
yeah, so they're weekly
Yep.
support and resistance zone. So I've pressed the line chart
Yep.
on the trading chart. So if you could do that
Yep.
for the audience,
That's
and then
right.
I
Yep.
just start to put where the prominent support and resistance zones are, where there's multiple touches. I'll start to put some lines there, and then they're the support and resistance that I will respect.
So that candle there, the trigger candle that got you into this trade. So that's meeting all the criteria, and it's printed on
Yep.
the zone as
And it's
well.
the bend, and so that's a bend trade. Plus, it's a big shadow to a
Mm.
certain degree. I mean, it hasn't got that little wick on the end up the top, but it does at at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I think most people would constitute that as a big. Do you constitute that as a big shadow?
Yeah, it
No,
is.
maybe.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
zoom in. Yeah, it is. So what we're referring to, guys, is that candle, that big blue candle there engulfed that little red candle. So you've got the low of the candle.
Support and resistance
Yeah,
line.
and I would say it pretty much is closed where the other one opened. I would say but you see how the low is below the candle there. I would constitute that as an engulfing. Yeah, if we're talking real specifics, I've just zoomed in as well for everyone, so
Yeah.
that's very valid. And also the space to the left is important because we look for breaks of new highs and then it's closed strongly and it's never really been here for a while where it is now. So what will happen is the markets, like you said, kind of retraced a little bit, but it bounced back off that support zone. So that's very pleasing, I think. I think that's going to be a good little trade. And I mean, guys, the stop loss is where it is. So the rules are you just let it play out, really. So you don't have too many expectations. And is it 2% at risk there as well?
Yes.
Yep.
And with I will move the stop loss when it starts to get like pretty much 90% to my target. I'll move it to
Yeah.
break even.
Yep. That's smart. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way to do it, really. But not too early. So like, it's very tempting for a lot of traders as well.
A common one is 50%
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
once it hits that 50% target. But I don't know. That's just not the way I roll. I've always, because then you get those runners happen.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it comes back and you're like, I was in the right trade, and
Yeah.
I just didn't hold it. That's one of the things I don't like. It's like,
Yeah.
all things aside, I was in the right trade,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I didn't, manage my trade properly.
Mm.
If you're in the wrong trade and that happens, and and you get stopped out, so I was cool. There's not much I could do about the market, but when you're in the right trade, and the only thing you have to do is manage your trade, and you didn't do it properly, that sort of bugs me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree there. Now, I've just gone on to the USD yen. So for the guys that do, obviously this is a major currency pair. I got in a little bit lower where we currently are at 113.959. This one, and I knew getting in was going to have a bit of a battle because if we go to the line graph, and the line graph shows where the closes are at, you can see, there is a little bit of resistance in the 114 twos to threes. There's been a few touches, and what I mean by resistance is it's touched that area, and the price has rejected it. It's gone up again, rejected it. So what you have to realize is it's just a patience thing now. So you've had your trade plan you put in, and the stop loss is, for me, it's quite low. It's down at 112.679. So that's probably, I think it's around 150 pips or so, but it's quite wide. Like if you actually look at the chart, 130 pips. So you just need to play things out. You can't really go in and change things around once the trade's on because you're not following the rules, which brings me on to the New Zealand dollar trade that I had.
Yeah. Practice what you preach.
Yes. So what happened here, guys? I got in here, that engulfing bearish candle, and that was, in line with my rules. My entry was good. I rated it 4 out of 5, and then as you can see, it really fell pretty nicely, and it got close to my my 1R target, and then I moved the stop loss below the entry level around 28 pips, and what happened is it bounced off some support, around 68 cents, and it struck me out. So who knows where the trade's going now, but obviously there is a lot of downward momentum, but you've just got to trade the system that you practice with Forex Tester. So what I'll do, and how's your back testing going, Connor, as well? Is it steady?
Well, I sent you through the results of my pancaking. And what was it, 74%?
It was 74% win rate. Yeah. I mean, so realistically, what would you sort of say were some of the highlights that you had from the testing?
Oh, it was a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Pancaking is a lot more fun.
So I've got your trade up again. I've just noticed we're only 7 minutes in. So with the pancaking method, explain how that sort of works.
So I'll put it at 1R. Okay,
yep.
So I go for a 1R.
Yeah.
And then 50% I take my first take profit, and
yep.
then I put pancakes, 5 pancakes the whole way through up until the 1R, and they just keep hitting them through. So
yeah,
50%. So I risk 50%
yep.
in order. So if I lose, if I lose the trade, right, I'm how am I going to explain this? It's how most people go for a 2 to 1. I go for like a 1 to 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
First one, and
yeah.
then I work my way up to the 1 to 1, just taking little slices of the pie the whole way through.
Yeah.
It's almost like a scalping sort of thing.
Yeah, it is a little bit. So as it goes further and further, you'll add to the position. Is that what's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you add to the position.
For a maximum of how much risk would be on the table potentially? About 2 or so?
I've been doing all sorts of ones. I'm doing a 10% one at the moment.
Yeah, yep.
These ones I'm just doing a 2%.
Yeah, yep.
But sorry about my atrocious explanation for how to...
No, you've explained it to me before. I sort of get it. So, and I've got your trade up here. So what kind of means by a 1R is, let's say the entry is, and I'm highlighting here with a mouse cursor, you enter there, and your stop loss is at the bottom of that candle, and then the trade moves, let's say that's 50 pips, and it moves another 50, that's 1R. So it's moved, the risk to reward is 50 pips. If it moves 50 pips in your favor, you've risked 50 pips to make 50 pips. So that's what kind of sort of saying when he says, half or 2R. So every time it moves a little bit more.
Mine's like I risk 50 pips to take 25.
Yeah.
And then I chuck a whole bunch of pancakes, more to add more positions until another 50 pips.
Yeah.
But I don't have a specific. It's more of an art than a science. I just sort of
put all
these layers there.
And I'm finding that's the same. It's not, trading is not strictly a science. There's definitely a component there of a little bit of intuition.
There's yeah, there's a certain amount of stats. Like I think the take profit sort of method, like like you have stats, won't you, which is going to be a science, right? And you go, right, this has been a robust testing system,
Yeah.
and I know out of 1,000 trades, I've got a 10% chance that I will blow my account up. Out of 1,000 trades, I have a very high percent chance I'll make 50%. This is worth risking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a science in that way, but actually looking at the charts, I think is more of an art. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, you're going to get people argue which way. More experienced people than me probably have a better argument, but I just feel like people look a lot into the charts like something's going to happen, and even the experienced people, as I've mentioned before, and then something totally different happens. And it's like no one knows, no one can predict it.
Yeah. That's true. That is. Now, whilst you were talking about all that and the benefits of Forex Tester, I've got the link up here, guys. You can save still $70 off the retail price of $2.99 down to $2.29. 1 day to go, 30 minutes and 41 seconds. So, guys, if you're looking to sort of, obviously you have to put in a little bit of money to begin with, but then that's it. You don't have to sort of worry about, losing real money. You can practice strategies very quickly. And also in the description section is a link to where I show you how to use Backtester as well. So there's a link for this, for the discount, and also how to use it, and me going through it in an example as well. So if you're looking to better yourself in Forex, a lot of professional traders do use this. So it requires a bit of work, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature using Forex Tester, really.
Yeah, it takes about a week to get used to, doesn't it? The first
Yep.
night's pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
Sort of worked out what to do.
Yeah, that's right. And the video that I have,
It's really helpful too when you email them.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are very quick at getting back to you with the emails as well, guys, and they're very helpful. So
Hold on, right? Yeah.
yeah, that's right. All right, guys, I've also got the Twitter page up, Trade Talk Pippin, and if you're looking for updates and things, and we put up trade ideas up and things like that, check it out, guys. And I think we're probably going to wrap things up. Do you have anything else to add, Connor?
No.
All right, guys, thank you for watching, and have a fantastic week as well. See you, everyone. Bye.